Welcome back to Rustic Grows Farm. I'm Paul, and this morning's going to be my first time milking Sadie by myself without Ali's help. So I'll get started organising the feed and then get Sadie in and get her all prepped and ready for milking. Morning, Sadie. You all ready to come in? Good girl. We always give Sadie a little bit of a brush first before we actually start. We wash her udder. This will not take me a little bit longer this morning because Ali normally helps get everything ready. But this morning I need to get everything done by myself, hopefully in a timely manner. As Sadie's udder is extremely full. At the moment the calves only go on her after we milk and at the in the afternoons as well, so twice a day, and she's not actually allowing them to feed during the day, so her udder gets extremely full. Put a little bit of udder balm on and then I can start to actually milk her. do a couple of squirts of the teats first, just before we actually start collecting the milk, just to get rid of the plug. Good girl, Sadie. Good girl. I'll just work on these two teats here, which are easy to access this morning, and then put the calves on to help actually empty up Sadie's udder. Good girl, Sadie. Good girl. Good girl, Sadie. We've probably taken about 2 to 3 litres off Sadie, so now I'll actually close this all up, move everything out of the way, and allow the calves to actually have a feed. Morning Fifi, morning Sweet Pea. Good girl Fifi. Good girl Sadie. We always put a stopwatch on to see how long the actual calves are drinking for. It's hard to know the amount that the calves are actually getting depending on how well Sadie's letting down and how full her udder is. So the second calf we leave on for a lot longer than the first, so then it can get a little bit more supply. So Fifi here is having a good drink off the left hand side rear udder. Still has to give Sadie a few nudges here and there to try and get her to let the milk down. And the right hand side rear udder was one of the quarters that we were actually just milking, and we also did the right hand side front quarter as well. So not sure how well you could see it, but Fifi has had a little bit of a milk moustache happening there, so she's definitely getting some milk, and looks like she's possibly just changed to one of the front quarters. Having a good drink off that front left hand side quarter, which we didn't actually take any milk out of. Good girl, Sadie. You nearly finished all your food. So Fifi's had a fairly good drink. I'll take her off and allow Sweet Pea to come in and have a drink. Hopefully she can get a bit of milk as well. Come on, Fifi. Out we go. Good girl. Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea, your turn. Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea, your turn for a feed. You'll see Sweet Pea give Sadie a few more nudges to try and allow her to let down her milk. So yeah, hopefully Sadie will let down so Sweet Pea can get a good drink off her. And then Sweet Pea and Fifi will get a drink later this afternoon. Move across. Good girl. You'll see Sweet Pea just going around and trying all the different quarters. So it's the two here that were the two that I was milking earlier. So she's not going to get an overall lot out of those, especially after Fifi's already had a drink as well. So now Sweet Pea's just going to try every quarter, see how much milk she can actually get. She's just gone onto that front left hand side, so she should get a bit more milk out of that one. It's always a little bit harder for the second calf, so we try and change who has a drink first. So we'll normally put one first in the morning, and then change it to the other one for the afternoon. So at least we know that they're getting a good supply of milk for that day. We know that the first one feeding doesn't have to be on there for as long, so they will get a fair bit of milk fairly quickly, and then we have to take them off and allow the second one to be on Sadie for a lot longer, to try and get a decent amount of milk. Sadie, good girl. You're standing very nicely this morning. Sadie's still finishing up her breakfast. She's still got a little bit more to eat, but she's standing very nicely this morning and allowing the two babies to have a good drink. Good girl, Sweet Pea. So after Sweet Pea's had a good drink, I will turn her out and then recheck all 4 quarters of Sadie's just to get the, a little bit of milk out, just to make sure she is pretty empty, because we don't want her to get mastitis. So we try to make sure that she's as empty as she can be. And the calves always empty her fairly well, but it's just that last couple of squirts pretty much out of each teat, just to make sure that nothing's sitting there. Good girl, Sadie. This garden trolley for Sadie's food has worked really well. We can get a fair bit of feed in there, but the worst part about it is it's on wheels, and once it's empty, Sadie will start to push it around and make it move. We're still looking into a solution of making a feeder to go on the end of the head bale here, but we just haven't had a chance to get what we need, or the time to actually make it as well. So but yeah, that's one of the things that we're wanting to do, so she can't actually push it around once she's finished, and hopefully with some squarer sides, hopefully most of the food will actually stay in, and she'll be able to eat that without pushing too much out of the actual feeder. Sadie's just finished her breakfast, so she's moving around a bit more in the stand, making it a little bit harder for Sweet Pea to get a drink. And that's why just giving her that little bit extra food allows her to stand there a little bit longer without moving, and it gives the calves a little bit more time to drink the milk. Good girl, Sadie. Good girl. Here you go. Have your carrot. Sadie really enjoys her carrots. We do put it in with her food in the morning, but then we have an extra one that we break up in half and then give feed to her by hand as well. I'm going to stand there nicely and feed the baby. Okay, here we go. Good girl. Eat up your carrot. I've got no more. No more. No. No more. No more carrot. The Sweet Pea had actually had enough. So she actually turned herself out. And now I can actually push her out with Fifi. It started raining here, so we'll probably just leave them in their shelter for a bit longer this morning, and allow Sadie to go back out into the paddocks to get a drink and some hay. Come on, in you go. In you go. There we go. Good girls. Okay, there they are. Sweet Pea's already gone into the shelter, so it's just Fifi out standing in the rain. She likes to stand in the rain a bit, but they've always got that shelter to be able to go into. Good girl, Sadie. I'll let you out. Okay, I'll let you out. Good girl. So we just always shut the gate off to the head bale or the stanchion, and then still allow Sadie to come back in under the cover here if she needs to try and keep out of the weather. So yes, that was the first time me milking Sadie by myself without Ellie's help. I think it went fairly well. Sadie was a really good girl this morning. Stayed still in the stanchion, allowed the babies to drink, and still gave us a fairly lot of milk for us to go and put into bottles. So I hope you enjoyed our video. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to our channel, and until next time, have a wonderful day.